So we've decided to mix up the armor a little bit for taking on the four kings, which are the keepers of the first great soul that we need. They deal exclusively magic damage, so we need armor that can defend against magic. Physical defense doesn't make any difference at all for this fight, which makes it unlike any other fight in the series, I think. Actually, I don't think there's been any other boss quite like it. Some will say it's a good thing, some will say it's a bad thing. On any other run, I enjoy this fight because we're not nearly so limited in our arsenal of attacks. But on a soul level 1 playthrough, it's definitely one of the most challenging things in the series. The key to defeating the four kings is to kill them quickly, so you don't get outnumbered. Unfortunately, we don't have access to the abilities that would help us to kill them quickly. We only have access to a very, very small arsenal of weapons, none of which are overly powerful. And spells we have access to are equally limited. So, let's do this. Let's try the full Havel's approach. Didn't really work very well for us last time, but certainly worth a try. I think we might actually still be able to roll if I take that. Right, that might be what we're needing. Well, we'll soon find out. Ah. Oh. That's about right. So we're still wearing. damage we were dealing did make a lot of difference there. So, thinking that might be the way forward. It's just such an annoying and tedious run back to the boss as well, which really doesn't help. Run that way. The trick there is to try and run towards the first ghost, but not to trigger an attack. You want to run to the side just before they're about to start to attack, and you should be able to prevent it from getting you. Ooh! Got lucky there. Our luck may have run out. There's nothing but misery in this room. Ah, well, we got away with it. No one knows how, but we did it. Come on. Oh. Come on. Everything has expired. So it's not helped at all with the grab attack. Normally, you don't normally have to deal with more than one of them engaging you at a time, which is why that was really annoying. matter. So, iron flesh is a definite no. No use at all. I suppose I could see if that helps at all. Certainly no harm in trying it. One of the main reasons I wanted to get these guys done first is because of the remaining bosses. They're the only ones I anticipate giving us any kind of trouble. And also because they give us an alternative to placing the Lord Vessel, which is one of the reasons, definitely. Stand in the middle of that, you're completely safe. Well, from that attack, not from any attack. That bloodstain shows us that there is at least one other player that's been in this area and died. Okay. Okay. Going that way. That way-ish. I hate it when they start off with that attack. Because that's always what happens. Infuriating. Normally when I fight them, I kit myself out with Painting Guardian Sword and try and imbue it with lightning, because that's the element that they're weakest to. But the pine resin for lightning is very, very rare. Gold pine resin. I think you can only buy like 6 you can buy from one merchant. There's a merchant in the DLC that sells it, but I don't have the DLC, so I just have to scrub it out with the other stuff. There's a miracle you can unlock after defeating one of the bosses that allows you to imbue your blade with lightning. But we don't have access to anything like that. The one spell from the later games that would have been really helpful is the it's flame weapon in Dark Souls 2. I think it's the Karthus Flame Arc. It's basically set your weapon on fire with the pyromancy glove. It's like using a charcoal resin. It'd be nice to be able to do that without buying all those consumables. Right. With a little luck this time they'll not start off with that stupid homing missile attack. It's fine. Oh. Whew. Stay at full health as long as possible. A little bit lucky there. And again. Oh. Oh, thank fuck for that. And then there was peace. So now it's safe for us to take this off. Can't even remember what we had on. Excuse me. Go with that. Nice. Nice. I'll do nicely. Hello.
Greetings, undead warrior. I am the primordial serpent, Darkstalker Karth. I can guide thee and illuminate the truth. The truth I shall share without sentiment. After the advent of fire, the ancient lords found the three souls, but your progenitor found a fourth, unique soul, the Dark Soul. Your
Roll
ancestor
credits.
claimed the Dark Soul and waited for fire to subside, and soon the flames did fade, and only dark remained. Thus began the Age of Men, the Age of Dark. However, Lord Gwyn trembled at the dark, clinging to his Age of Fire, and in dire fear of humans, and the Dark Lord who would one day be born amongst them. Lord Gwyn resisted the course of nature by sacrificing himself to link the fire and commanding his children to shepherd the humans. Gwyn has blurred your past to prevent the birth of the Dark Lord. I am the primordial serpent. I seek to right the wrongs of the past, to discover our true Lord. But the other serpent, Frampt, lost his sense and befriended Lord Gwyn. Undead warrior, we stand at a crossroads. Only I know the truth about your fate. You must destroy the fading Lord Gwyn, who has coddled fire and resisted nature, and become the fourth Lord, so that you may usher in an age of dark.
Sure.
Very well. I shall now guide you to Gwyn's prison. Be still, and trust thine flesh to me.
So we've got one side telling us that we must link the fire and prolong the light. And we've now got the other half telling us that we must let nature take its toll and let the darkness come. It's not really clear which one of them is the good and bad.
This is Gwyn's prison.
Neither are entirely
Place the Lord
honest
vessel
with
upon
us.
the altar.
The thing that makes me lean much more towards Kath and the Age of Dark is that it was said within the lore that the curse of undead, which is all humanity basically, were doomed when Gwyn linked the fire. So that's obviously not meant to be, if you ask me. That's him taking nature into his own hands and trying to change things, which makes me think that Kath is telling the truth, and that darkness must come. But what do I know? So unlike the rest of the bonfires we rest at, we can't kindle this one. It becomes powered up once we place souls into it.
Very well. Once the vessel is filled with souls, the gate to Gwyn shall open. Seek Gravelord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, and the traitor, Seath the Scaleless. Fill this vessel with their souls, then the gate will open, so that you may kill Gwyn. Are you ready? Then let us return to the Abyss.
So those lords that he just mentioned were all the beings that were featured in the opening cutscene. Now if we speak to him here, he'll let us join the Dark Wraith Covenant. And that'll allow you to invade other players, gain humanity. Not just now. We have some other work to do first. That was a terrible idea. Well, maybe. Probably. Definitely. Need that. Nothing with fire resist, unfortunately. How has that waistcloth got more than that one? Honestly, it's just a waistcloth. Wow, tattered cloth has good fire defense. Who'd have thought? Bother looking at that. Well, in that case. Yeah. Right, so in case you hadn't guessed, the next boss is fire-based. But has a very nifty exploit that we are going to look to take advantage of. Actually just see him. That's his tentacles in the distance there. He's actually the son of the Witch of Izalith. Okay. Really? I can't even wield that. So our primary focus is going to be about surviving the fire attacks that he's going to throw our way. So he is completely and utterly passive right up until you pick up this item here, which is revealed to be the clothing of his dead sister. So, I mean, can't say I entirely blame him. I'd be pissed too if somebody stole my sister's clothes. Oh, right. So we run. Now you can't stand and fight him. He's not terribly tough to fight. Especially if you fight him up close. It's just time consuming. Who has time? It's over. Where boy falls to his death. So without him spewing lava all over the place, the Demon Ruins becomes a little bit more explorable. But because of that exploit, he's easy to fight early on if you're in desperate need of souls to gain a lot of levels really quickly, but he does still require defeating Quelaag. But as we've shown, she can be beaten at level 1, so, you know. There is an NPC summon you can use. Change some of her. Hey, it's the shield. There it is. Better. Hey, buddy. Oh. From one great high to somewhat pathetic low. Right, well, I think we'll wrap it up there. Pick up in the next episode. So, thanks very much for joining me. Actually made some progress today, so it's been nice. So I've been your host Kev. This has been Fair City Gaming. Be sure to check out the website. That's fcpod.net. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.